pieces to today. We've got a little skill piece to start. We're going to be working on some accessory movements, targeting just some different areas of the body, as well as some mobility type movements, working for quality, not quantity there. Then your second portion of the day is going to be 5 rounds of intervals, 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off, of an LSAT hold, broomstick overhead squat, and jumps. That's intended to be with a jump rope, but we'll talk through some options if you don't have that. Again, you'll do 30 on, 30 off for each of these movements. Repeat each one 5 times. We'll go over all those movements and how to scale them. First is going to be our staggered good morning. So I'm going to take a step forward, kind of like I'm about to lunge or just like I'm taking a walk. And I'm pushing my hips back. I can reach my hands towards the ground, and then I can just switch sides or repeat. So I'm doing 5 each side, just changing up that good morning, getting into our hamstrings a bit there. You'll do 5 a side. We could add a weight to that as well if you'd like. Next is going to be your forearm push-up. So I'm going to come down to my plank. I'm going to walk my hands forward. I'm going to drop my elbows to the ground and then press back up. Really going to target your triceps a bit more here. If that's tough, I can drop my knees to the ground and perform my push-ups from my knees rather than from my toes. Next is going to be your thoracic twist. So we're going to come down to the bottom of the squat. I'm going to take one hand forward, reach the opposite arm up overhead, and then just switch sides. I'll do 10 total, 5 each way, pausing, trying to keep your full foot on the ground. So if you're popping up onto your toes, play around with moving your feet around, finding a position where you can keep both feet on the ground as you twist. Next is going to be our sumo inchworm. I'm going to take my feet really wide. I'm going to bow forward, feel a good stretch through my hamstrings, then walk my hands out and sink my hips towards the ground. Nice little mobility movement for you there. We'll do that for 12 minutes, just kind of moving and grooving. Next portion's that 5 rounds of 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. Our first movement there is going to be an LSAT hold. So I'm going to come down to the ground. The farther out my hands are, the harder this movement is. I'm going to try to pull both feet off the ground. We're going to try to hold here for 30 seconds. If that's tough, I can just walk my hands back a little bit and then pull my feet up. My goal is to not let my shoulders tip way back, so stay in more of an L shape than a V. If that's tough, just play around with lifting one leg and then the other, or maybe bending your knees to make that a little easier. Next is going to be our broomstick overhead squat. If you have a PVC pipe, that'll work as well. We're going to take our hands really wide, keep pressing up towards the ceiling. You're squatting down as low as you can, always staying active through our shoulders, so we're trying not to let that PVC pipe sink down towards us as we squat. Keep pushing up. Lastly is your jumps. Again, we can do this with a jump rope, or you can just do it in space. We can work on those penguin pats or double unders, just depending on what skill is a good place for you. Have fun.